Y'all listen, when I tell you I watched the first episode and I was sucked in, I was absolutely sucked in. And I know you guys will be too. So I'm here to put you on, okay? If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. And I am back to talk about a brand new series that premiered on April 12th on Prime Video, Fallout. Okay, now Fallout is a video game adaptation set originally in the year 2077, where a nuke goes off. You know, we have to go into bomb shelters, fallout shelters, whatever we can to survive, right? But some don't make it into the shelters. Now, 219 years later, we are picking up the pieces. Okay, so follow me. Let's get into it. I am going to basically give you guys kind of the cast and crew for the show, give you my initial impressions, and then we're going to go ahead and review episode 1, okay, because it was good. And I want to share, this is something I will be reviewing weekly, okay? And yeah, I'm not going to rush myself to finish all of these 8 episodes because I do want to savor and enjoy it. Now, while I'd never played the game Fallout, I have been online reading, okay, because voracious, all right? I'm going to read some things. And from everything I've read, everything I've heard, and even outside of that, y'all, I know a good show. I know good storytelling, if I do say so myself, and they're doing it with this one, okay? Just want to put that out there. So y'all, let's get right into the cast because these are people that you know, okay? These are people that you know and that you love, some of them. First, we have Ella Purnell playing Lucy McLean. Now, Lucy is our protagonist in this story. Love her, okay? And you probably know her from Yellow Jackets, all right? Next, we have Walton Goggins, which I know from Prison Break, honey. And if you didn't watch Prison Break, go back and watch it, all right? And Justified, the first series, okay? Amazing, all right? Next, we have Aaron Clifton Moten, who plays Maximus. And if I can be honest with you, y'all, I don't like Maximus right now. I don't like him yet. Maybe he'll grow on me. I know he's integral to the story, but he wasn't doing it for me. We have Moises Arias, who plays Norm McLean. This is Lucy's brother. Then we have Kyle McCallahan, who plays Hank McLean, who's the overseer, right? And Lucy and Norm's dad. Now, I know Kyle McCallahan, honey, from The Good Wife. If you know, you know. He loved some Elsbeth Tassioni. Drop it in the comments if you've seen The Good Wife. One of my comfort shows. Okay. Next, we have Michael Emerson as Wilzig. We have Zelia Mendez Jones as Dane. We have Johnny Pemberton, who plays Thaddeus. And we have Sarita Chowdhury, who plays Moldaver. Okay. Now, Sarita, I know from Mississippi Masala, honey. And if you haven't seen it, go back and watch it. She, opposite Denzel Washington, it's a movie you should watch. Okay. Then we have Zach Cherry, who plays Woody Thomas, the Leslie Uggams, which plays Betty Pearson. And if Leslie Uggams looks familiar to you, it's because she was Kizzy. Yep. In the original Roots. I need you to, if you haven't seen that, I don't know if you should be on my channel. No, I'm just playing. Go watch it though. It's important. All right. Next we have Sherry Ann Dabbis, who plays Birdie. Frances Turner plays Barb Howard. Maddie Carteropel plays Huey. Mike Doyle plays M. Spencer, honey. Now, Lord Dale Dickey plays Ma June. Now, if you have seen Winter Bone, you know who Dale Dickey is, honey. You know who Dale Dickey is. And then we have Lear Leary, who plays Davy. And again, to give the official synopsis, Fallout is set in 2296, which is 219 years after the Great War of 2077, which unalived the vast majority of humanity in a nuclear holocaust. Some citizens of pre-war America managed to survive the war in vaults, massive fallout shelters constructed by the Vault Tech Corporation across the United States. Okay. So that's the synopsis of the show. And you guys, initial impressions. I loved it. I love when we get immersed in a story and the characters are extremely well developed, you guys. And that's everything Fallout gave me in this first episode, okay? I feel like I knew Lucy. I feel like I know Maximus. I feel like I know Ghoul, aka Cooper Howard, okay? I feel like I know these people. And so for me, that's going to do it. And just give me kind of a fantastic storyline. Yeah, let's do it. So As the scene opens up, and let me just say this also. The America that's shown in this story is an alternate America, right? It's like the year 2077 is equivalent to like 1950. Okay. Keep that in your mind as we go forward. And so when we enter the scene, the first scene of the episode, we're at a birthday party, right? And Cooper Howard is an actor and a cowboy, all right? And he is doing this child's birthday party. I don't know if he's on hard times, if he just needs some money, if the films were slow. Well, we know we were in war. So he needed the bread. And so he's doing this kid's birthday party, and we see his beautiful little girl with him, and she's there helping. All right. And we see the parents of the kid. He's taking pictures of the wife. He's taking pictures with the kids. And the dad is kind of smug. The daddy gives smug. All right. That's just what I'll say about that. So as we're moving on along, easing down the road, the dad wants him to put his thumb up, right? He wants to give the thumbs up. And he's like, man, I don't do that no more. Cooper's like, I don't do that. All right. And so later on, we're talking to the daughter and she's like, Daddy, what does the thumb mean? Why don't you do that anymore? And he explains that when he was in the military, that's how they would kind of rate the degree of a nuke. Okay. So if it was smaller than your thumb, you guys would probably be okay. But if it was bigger than your thumb, it was a problem. Next thing we see, baby girl is sitting there looking out the window and it's bombs over Baghdad. Okay. Basically. And so she's like, Dad, what does this mean? And he's like, baby girl, let's just run. And so they get a horse, honey, and go off into the wild blue yonder, while the dad who was hosting the party for his kid gets into their bomb shelter, honey. But mind you, the friends that he had at the party trying to get in, he was like, nope, no room in the inn. You can't sit here. All right. So fast forward 219 years after we've seen all of that happen, all of that go off. And again, I'm wondering, why was this important? Why did we need to see this? It's going to come into play quickly. So when 219 years later, we get introduced to Lucy. Now, Lucy is an all-around girl, okay? She does it all. High-achieving daddy's girl. She fences, she tumbles, she cooks, she does all the things, and she wants a man. She wants a husband because getting busy with her cousin is no longer feasible, right? Because we know of the genetic complications that may ensue. So she is like, hook me up. And so she goes to this core group leaders, right? I guess who matchmake across the vault numbers, and is like, I need a husband. And they're like, approved. Next thing, we're at the wedding. And we meet her groom, Monty, and she's happy, honey, because Monty's fine. And she's loving every second of it. They have the ceremony. We're thinking, this is amazing. This is incredible, right? Go back to the room. Honey, she didn't waste no time climbing up on that thing, okay? Bucky naked ensues. They're, wallowing in the glow afterwards. She and her new hubby, Monty. This is when it all shifted, honey, because when Monty got up and wiped his little Peter whacker on the curtains, I knew he couldn't be trusted. She knew he couldn't be trusted either soon after that, because she gets her little radiation detector glove on and is like, you're not from a vault. You're from up there. Raiders. Fight ensues. And when I tell you Lucy was giving her best shot, she wasn't going down without a fight. And I love that for her. Okay. And so they are in the brawl, the heat of battle. All right. He's trying to slice her up. Got her. Okay. She's coming back. She's slicing. She's picking up whatever she can. Gets him. You think he's down for the count, right? Pool of blood in the floor. She's like, let me get my Rambo on. Okay. Let me get my stuff. Let me go out and see what's going on, because it's raiders. So she goes out. Battle ensues. We see the pregnant blonde who was her bestie, fork in the eye, pregnant and all, they didn't care. Okay. So we're fighting. The brother discovered this, but we find out later the brother is a little bit cowardly too. So all that's done. They round up the living people, because the raiders tried to annihilate everyone, honey. Pillage and grape is what they did. And so we get them down. Everyone who's left over, they line them up and ask the overseer, Hank, they have him too. And they're like, your daughter or them? Baby, he pushes her into that little safe room and is like, baby girl, you'll always be number one. Bump these people. F them people. He didn't say that, but basically. And so he pushes her in there, and the lady Moldover takes him, tranks him, takes him to the surface, all right? But is like, okay, y'all, do what y'all do best and run. And honey, again, lights it up and they run. And again, most of them survive, so that was good. Now, let's enter Maximus, aka the Cowardly Lion so far. Again, no, he's integral to the story, but right now I don't like his character. We see him, his first mention, he's getting beat up. Okay, getting beat up. He's very jealous. He wants to rise higher, but I don't know if he just doesn't have the skill, the talent, whatever, but it's not giving. And so we see his bestie, Dane, she gets promoted to squire, okay? And she loves him. You can tell she cares for him. She looks out for him. And so he's kind of mad. He's kind of salty that she got promoted to squire. She wakes up, puts her boots on the morning. There's some kind of daggum bear trap in it. Okay. Messes her foot, leg all up. All right. And so they call him in because they know he's a jealous guy. He's a jealous guy. Donny Hathaway. Good song. Okay. And so he's like, they question him. Did you do it? No. But is it bad that I'm glad it happened? Yes, it's bad, fool. And so he goes on to say, but you guys gave me purpose. You gave me a name. Honey, why they give him her spot? He's a squire now. Now he's a squire to these big TS-60 machines. I'm calling it that, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. But those are the knights, right? Because this is the Brotherhood of Steel. And you work your way up in the ranks. So now he gets to squire for them. He can barely carry the equipment. I don't know if this is going to go well. Y'all drop it in the comments. Let me know who Maximus really is. Flashback to Lucy, honey. She's going to go to the surface. Cousin who's in love with her tries to go, tranks him out, says, brother, don't even try it because I'll trank you too. He says, listen, sis, I'm a coward. I'm not going anywhere. Open the gate. She runs out. She's going to the surface. Honey, the last thing. We see old boy from Waiting to Exhale, leather wearing in the summertime. Him, Bubba Gump. I know all there is to know about the shrimping business, okay? And he's the lead of this group of bandits, bounty hunters, and they are trying to resurrect a ghoul. Now, why you'd want to resurrect a feral ghoul, I don't know, but that's what they're trying to do. They bring a chicken because that's the way you can test if a ghoul is feral or not. They get the guy up there and he's like, yeah, no. And they're like, this could be our last mission, man. And he's like, well, your last mission's going to be today. Unalives them, right? Turns out the ghoul is Cooper Howard. He's almost immortal. It's 219 years later and he is still roaming around the wastelands, okay? So apparently the radiation had a different effect on him. I mean, he's halfway decaying, but he's still yet alive. Y'all, that was episode 1. I'm hooked. I'll be back every week to talk about it. Drop it in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Did you love it? And if you're still here, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all in the next video.